Welcome back to the Nerd Council YouTube channel. Nerd Council YouTube channel. What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Nerd Council YouTube channel. My name, as always, is Timmy, and this is my review for the Xbox Series S. Once again, I have to say a big thank you to Xbox for sending me the Xbox Series S. I've had a lot of fun playing it. I've had a lot of fun producing this review content for them. If you haven't seen my unboxing video yet, I will leave it on the screen right here. No, I'm going to leave it on the screen right here. Got my orientation wrong, but the video will be right here somewhere. Also, if you want the opportunity to win 6 months of Xbox Game Pass, make sure you stick around to the end of this video to find out how to enter. If you want to keep up to date with all the new content that we've got dropping, and there is going to be a lot of content coming, trust me on that, hit that subscribe button, ding that bell, and you will get notifications as to when we drop a new video. So do that now. I'm gonna wait till you do it. Just, yeah, when you're ready. So in today's review, what we're gonna be looking at is setting up the Xbox Series S. We're gonna talk about the hardware, we're talking about games available on the Xbox Series S, a few accessories, mainly the controller, and of course, why you should be getting the Xbox Series S, especially if you are not an Xbox user. I'm approaching this review as someone who hasn't played Xbox in years, so with that in mind, let's kick things off with setting up your Xbox. Now, when it comes to actually setting up your Xbox Series S, first thing you're actually going to need is the Xbox app. The great thing about setting up the Xbox is that it's simple and it's quick and it's easy to do. What you are going to need to do is make sure that you download the Xbox mobile app either on your phone or your tablet. That is going to be essential when it comes to actually setting up your Xbox, because you don't have to do everything from the Xbox directly. Also, make sure, of course, that you set up an Xbox account for yourself. So make sure you do that before you even unbox the thing. Like I said, the setup itself is very quick, very simple. The on-screen prompts are there for you to use when it comes to setting things up. So make sure you pay attention to them. Okay, let's talk hardware. Let's talk about what makes the Series S the Series S. Now, of course, as you very much well know, the Series S is, in a sense, a downgrade to the Series X. But that doesn't mean that Xbox have compromised when it comes to things like graphics and speed. So the Xbox Series S comes with 512 gigabytes of space. In a sense, it's not a lot. I'll be very honest with you, it's not a lot of space, especially for a digital console. But what I will say is, from all the games and apps I've downloaded, the file sizes aren't huge. Now, obviously, when you're talking about games like Call of Duty and maybe Destiny 2, you're dealing with large file sizes because they're very large games. But on the whole, the space is enough. That does not mean that you cannot expand on the space. Xbox has worked with Seagate to produce a storage card that you can actually slip into the back of the Xbox and increase that storage way up to 2 terabytes. So if you are worried about the storage, definitely make sure you get a hold of that storage card from Seagate. It's definitely worth the value. It's about 200 odd pounds. Definitely looking to get one of those if you're concerned about space on your next gen console. So one thing I didn't really show very well in my unboxing video were the ports at the back of the Xbox Series S. So you've got 3 USB ports, you've got the brand new HDMI 2.1 port in there as well, and also an Ethernet port and obviously a power port as well. The HDMI 2.1 port and the new brand new Super HDMI cable that you get given with the Xbox Series S are what allow for that quick resume with games. Make sure that you're using that cable in your setup. Do not use any other HDMI cable. Use the one Xbox have given you. That's all I'm really going to talk about in terms of actual hardware specs for the Xbox Series S. Only because I feel like that's what my main takeaways were from the console. Yeah, I could do a deep dive into like the GPU and I could talk about like the CPU and speed and things like that, but I don't think that's authentic to me. What I can do is leave a full breakdown of the specs for the Xbox Series S right here for you guys. If you want a full breakdown of all the nitty-gritty spec stuff, you can definitely read that on the screen right there for yourself. But what I will talk about is things that you can do on the X, but you can't necessarily do on the Xbox Series S. The Xbox Series S is incapable of recording 4K gameplay. It can record 2K. So unfortunately, you can't actually record 4K gameplay on the Xbox Series S, nor can you play games in 4K. But you still have the option to play games in 60 frames per second, all the way up to 120 frames per second with the Xbox Series S. You can record gameplay in 1080p up to a minute and 720p up to 3 minutes. So if you are someone who likes to record gameplay and share it on social media, that option is also there for you as well. All right, let's get into this baby right here, the brand new Xbox controller. First and foremost, the one thing I do want to say is, when it comes to controllers, Xbox controllers are very much ergonomically designed better than PlayStation 1's, in my opinion. The sensation of holding the Xbox controller, compared that to my PlayStation 1, was a weird and wonderful experience. It sits right in my hands. Like, it sits right. When I say it sits right, I mean like it feels like it was made to be held. Don't get me wrong, I'm very comfortable holding my PlayStation controller, but the design of this, the curvatures and everything else, are well placed, and it's just a weird experience and a wonderful experience for me personally. I'm still having to get used to X, Y, A, and B as opposed to square, circle, triangle, and X, but the Xbox controller is great. One feature I do want to talk about is this right here, and that is the share button. Now, the share button on the Xbox Series S controller can be set to different things. So you can have quick press for a screenshot, a hard press to record gameplay, and all the things you do capture can get saved straight into the Xbox Live account, so you can share that on social media, or get saved into your Xbox itself. Totally up to you how you want to do that. But I do like how the share button is built into the controller. It's simple, it's quick, and it's a nice, like, the controller's just a nice design, man. I don't know whether it's because it's in white, but it's just beautiful to look at. It's honestly beautiful to look at. So, obviously, because I'm new to Xbox, I've never really experienced Xbox Game Pass, but the library of games available on Game Pass are phenomenal. Like, I'm honestly in awe of some of the games that were there. I had to try a few of the games and make sure I download my Game Pass. Again, thank you Xbox for sending me Game Pass for a year. You're amazing. Honestly, if you are new to Xbox, get the Xbox Game Pass. To be able to play over 100 games is not something that you can be taken lightly. Like, that is something to be spoken about on the mountaintop. Like, you can trial Xbox Game Pass for a month for £1. You might as well try that first, but it's worth every penny after that. I promise you guys. Honestly, I have no obligation to say all the positive things I'm saying about the Xbox, but as someone who's new to Xbox and experiencing these things for the first time, I can only speak positive things so far. Honestly, guys, yeah. One thing I did do was compare loading speeds to one of my favorite games, which is Destiny 2. Now, I played Destiny 2 a lot on PS4, and some of the loading times can be a bit mad. Even to load up the start screen is a bit mad. So what I did was load up the game on my Xbox Series S to compare just how fast it was, and I was blown away. I've not played Destiny 2 on my PS2 since I downloaded the game on my Xbox. The speed at which everything moves is just like, it goes from minutes to seconds, and that's how it should be. I'm still uncertain as to whether or not the Xbox Series S is going to be my main for certain games, but to be able to see speeds that quick is mind-blowing, because when you get used to something, you don't really know how to react to something better. So again, the speeds on this console are just wow. So let's talk about Quick Resume. So Quick Resume is the feature where you can go from one game to another seamlessly without having to or do whatever. Like, you can. So for example, because it's on Game Pass, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 3 again, because Kingdom Hearts is something that's very close to my heart. So I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 3 and Destiny 2 and Gears of War 5, and the way I can just switch in between every one of those games right from the point I left it is crazy. Like, it's actually nuts. Like, I can have multiple games open and be like, well, I want to play an hour of Kingdom Hearts 2. I'll play like a bit of Gears of War 5 afterwards, and I'll go back to Destiny 2, and I can do that because of the Quick Resume option, and it's sick. My overall experience as a PlayStation gamer, now becoming an Xbox gamer, I thought it'd be very disjointed. I thought it would be something that I'd be uncomfortable with. Of course, I was excited to be able to receive the Xbox Series S and to, try it out. I was already thinking of getting it as a secondary console because, again, I just think there needs to be an end to the console war, and there's so many Xbox exclusives that I've wanted to play in the past and I just haven't been able to because I didn't own an Xbox console. But the experience on the Xbox Series S has been totally different to the PS4. In a weird way that I still have to remind myself that I have PS4 games to play and I can't play them on the Xbox Series S. What I definitely will do is, once I buy the PS5, I will definitely do a comparison for you guys on things like the speed, the user interface, my experience on the console as well. I'll definitely do a breakdown for you guys on that. But overall, I've enjoyed reviewing the Xbox Series S. I'm again proud to call myself an Xbox gamer again. One thing I will praise Xbox about is the fact that they're all about accessibility, whether that's in costing, whether that's being able to allow all types of gamers to be able to play games, whether that is about giving gamers access to a whole library of games. Xbox are all about accessibility. So if you are wondering why you should go for an Xbox, that reason alone is something to consider. The price point for this console is 250 quid. That is the cheapest next-gen console and Xbox's cheapest console to date. So just before I end this video, I did mention at the beginning that I'm giving away 6 months of Xbox Game Pass to one lucky person. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. This competition is open globally. So in order to win, you need to subscribe to our channel and then hit the link below to go and follow us on Twitch, on Twitter, on Instagram, and I will pick one lucky person in the next week to win. That's all you gotta do, guys. Subscribe to our channel, go follow us on Twitter, go follow us on Twitch, and I'll pick one person to win. Simple as. That is all for this video, guys. If you want to see more Xbox content from me, like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'll be doing a lot of gameplay stuff on the Xbox, dedicating videos to games on the Xbox Game Pass for you to guys check out. Once I get more accessories, I'll be doing stuff on the Xbox as well. I'll be talking about Xbox news. Listen. Again, I am an Xbox guy now. I'm going to be doing Xbox content all over the place. So guys, make sure that you tune into that. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. And again, until next time, peace out.